Obviously, I'm not going to support George Galloway and Vladimir Putin's claim to a vampire ball in the United States of America. Both of them were absolutely aware of Gail Burson's Texas school book and the meaning of Mount Desert Island. If there was a vampire ball, they were behind it. The direct collusion of Will Zell-Brom with the office that created the Federal Emergency Management Agency traces back to Oliver North's plot to suspend the U.S. Constitution in the name of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Constitution for which was written by Pitt. And Russia was fully informed of what they were doing to Jimmy Carrey. If there was a vampire ball, it was one that victimized me. It's true that these are not good times to fall in love with a 12-year-old. Maybe you should understand that the poet who I admire so much, that I said whimsically I had fallen head over heels in love with her, is at risk in Gaza. What these men do in their own spare time is every bit as much a vampire ball. They wired up a technocracy to home peep a deaf man's computer who they tortured and gave no future. They deafened me as a child. And they will say, oh, it wasn't us. How many people piled on? Peter Gabriel, it wasn't George Galloway. Paul McCartney, it wasn't George Galloway. It was George Galloway. Paul McCartney and Peter Gabriel were George Galloway. And he sees it as expedient to making a claim on the money through the technocratic services of the banking system that produced a massacre of deaf men at a bowling alley in the name of Robert Fripp's postcard. Adrian Belew and Tony Levin sounded the salacious details of Andrea Swimmer as far and wide as their Texas school book could fly. They got them to the Branch Davidians. And Carnegie Mellon University was behind the whole thing. J.P. Morgan and Donald Trump working with Putin. Putin is itself P.U. Tin Man. He's a signifier of the vampire ball. What I suggest you all do is grow up. I know that's hard for you. I know it's hard for you to abandon your muckraking and your yellow journalism, but I'm not going to sit there and listen to Galloway and Putin regale us with their moral superiority over Donald Trump, not after seeing them play two virgins pussy ball for Hitler Reagan. They have one objective and one objective only. It's to drive through by any act of mayhem, violence, cruelty, torture, or insane act the lie that John Lennon was not behind the scenes involved in the whole show. That if it's any kind of vampire ball, it's the John Lennon vampire ball. Jimmy Dore is just a corduroy for the Dakota, putting up a last obstacle in media to enduring testimony about what really happened. These murderers tortured me, and they want to get away with further ravages because those sick hyenas